In this video, Clay and I are going to show you how we get this camper back together in order to use it for our second season of camping. And I'll show you a few different things that we've done. We didn't have this last year, and we should have done it, is we put in something underneath the mattress so it can breathe underneath and not get mildewy and disgusting. So that's one of the things I'm going to show you that we've added this year. We're also going to show you how we hook up the water, set the water back up, because we had unplugged everything and made sure that it didn't freeze during the winter, so we put antifreeze in the drains and stuff. So I'll show you how we fixed all of that to get it back together. And another thing we added was a hole down here, so we have better access to the water, but also we have more storage now, which is always needed in a small space. I will also show you, I'm going to set up, my husband bought this to store some more stuff, and I'm going to hook that up right there for him. I have another video if you want to see how we've done some of the other extra storage in here. A video that I had done last year. I'll put a link to that in the description so you can watch some of the other things that we've done here. I'll also be showing you how we switch out a toilet. Last year we had put a composting toilet in, and this year we decided we're going to be at more campgrounds, so we're going to put back in the toilet that came with the camper. So if you decide to change to composting, you can leave your questions down in the comments and can answer any questions of how it went last year, what we're going to do this year. We might go back to the composting toilet if we're going to do more boondocking. So share your experiences as well as ask questions. Love to hear from you. We purchased an mattress underlay.
Start over.
We purchased a mattress underlay to give it some breathability, and so mold does not build up. The stuff is not really thick, but it's supposed to hold 3,000 pounds. Apparently, it is thicker than like what it looks like in the video. Maybe, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch or something there. And we put a board there so we can cut along a straight edge. The rest of it should fit under properly. Is that good?
That's 71 5/8.
I'm gonna step on it so it doesn't move.
Shards are what some people say to take the edge that you cut, and also why we're not cutting it in the camper.
Are they sharp?
No, they're just like a mess. That is how much shorter our mattress is than.
So that was a queen that we bought, and then we just had to cut it a little shorter, because we don't have a standard queen in the camper. Now we're going to tape the edge that we cut. And Clay did a little extra on the corners.
You're gonna wanna, start putting yours down.
That's good. And just folding it over now.
Yep.
What is this tape?
I don't know.
We didn't use duct tape, just thought because of the heat of the camper, it might get weird. This is a lot thicker than.
Yeah. 3,000 pounds. this look like a head, or where would we put that?
Probably by your feet. We put a composting toilet in here. We decided this year we're gonna go to more parks where we can plug in the sewer. We're gonna put this at our garage so that way when we are there boondocking we can use this. So, poop tank is out. Now we're gonna unhook it and we're gonna put in the toilet that came with our camper. Wet area.
There's a lot of moisture in there, actually.
We had put a platform over the sewer line and we had capped the water line. Now we will be hooking it all in. So we need to reconnect the gasket. There's 2 bolts there. Hooking it down into here. And make sure we get a tight seal so it does not stink.
Putting the gasket on the toilet instead of just over the hole.
Guy's hand tightening both sides, and he's going to use the wrench to tighten up evenly. Fortunately, this toilet has a little area where you can peek in underneath. So we're able to see that the gasket is centered. No leaking of smells or liquid.
Oh, time will tell.
We don't want leaking. I'm sitting on the toilet to help push it down. So that way it's easier for Clay to tighten it. Looks like it goes straight down. Alright, it's not rocky anymore, it's nice and solid.
Yep.
And the water is attached, so toilet should be ready to go now. So we had put dryer sheets everywhere to help keep rodents away. I think it worked pretty good. Like even in the cupboards, they all have. And we actually had left these cupboards open, but I just closed them recently. As you can see, we have some space in here that isn't getting used for storage or easy storage. So we are going to cut out this right here so that way we can access back there a lot easier. So right now I'm going to mark all the places where we can cut. Those supports are all 1.5 inches. gonna sand it, make it a little smoother so it doesn't hurt our fingers or anything that we're pushing in and out. So we added a piece of wood right here because this edge didn't have one. So that's there. Now I'm gonna stain around just the edges to make it a little tidier. I haven't used this in a while, so I need to stir it up. You can feel the tint, the pigment all on the bottom. Show you that's what we added right there. So the whole looks pretty good for now. Eventually we might trim it out, but I want to wait and see because I didn't go all the way up to the top here. I have a little more distance that I could go up. So for now, this is how we're going to use it. Put some nice bins in there that look good. Hooking up the water to our house. Open up the water line so that way we can make sure that there's no water in and to release all the pressure. Alright, Clay is going to put the water in. I'm looking for 2/3 full here. And what we did in the end of the season is we ran some antifreeze through here and into the water pump, not necessarily into the water line specifically. I'm also looking for leaks, just in case it was backing up and going that way. But as you can hear, the water's coming in here now. Filling up. We're going to try to get it 2/3 full. We did put antifreeze in all the drains, and it sat there over the winter, and we did empty those out. When I turned the faucets on the inside, it did release the pressure, and that antifreeze came out into the bucket. So before we put this access point in here that we showed you how we did the other day, we had to kind of reach in through here to do all of this work. So it's been nice to have this access point, and also it's going to give us that wonderful storage. Any space you can possibly make storage in a camper, especially a small camper, is much needed. We are now about halfway full.
What we're going to do now is clean and deodorize our water system with spring fish, which is made for that purpose.
So now that draining is complete, it's time to close all the faucets before we put that spring fresh stuff in. So closing the faucets.
So we're going to be extra clean. I'm sure that's how that works. You want to go look and see if it's agitating?
Where will I see? Oh, in
I
there.
just want to see if the tank is getting squishy, like foamy, or if you see anything happening in the tank.
So the next directions was to either drive down the road to agitate it into it, or rock. Oh yeah, it's agitating. I mean, it's waving around. It wants it to mix that up before we start running it through, which is what we're doing right now. Run the pump. I don't see any leaks.
Yeah, it's leaking.
On the toilet?
Yeah. Because I was like, the water's going some.
Now we are draining it all out. Let's run through. You have to rinse the system twice. It looks like it's pretty much done emptying now, so we'll have to do that again. Now we have to run for 2 minutes every faucet to empty it out, to flush it out. We're running the faucet 2 times to flush out the deodorizer. And we have to do it 2 minutes each time, and in between we fill the tank up. So, in order to attach anything to the walls in the camper, we need to clean it first. And we have not been putting holes in the walls. We've been using items that allow you to just stick to the walls, just in case we change our mind, but also so we don't have a bunch of holes all over the place. So, this little cool thing is going to hang up here. And when it's not in use, it can be hooked flat, so it's not that obtrusive. I've been trying to have everything that we put up on the walls be black, so it kind of just blends in with all of the other decor, and it looks for a nice classic look. So I'll give you a tour around the room just so you can see what we've added and how the black kind of just fits in nicely. So in order to do this, I'm going to clean right up here with some alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Probably not drinking alcohol, but rubbing alcohol. Once it has a good cleaning, then you want to give it some time to dry. Rubbing alcohol should dry pretty fast because of what it's made with, so it usually dries pretty quick. This one has little attachments that look like this. This is actually the same kind of thing that I used for the little hat storage over there, which is really nice because these just kind of screw in. You got the little bolts, so it looks like that, and then once you attach whatever you're going to put on it, then you cap it off and screw it in. So I really like these. These are neat to use, and I'll show you a little video of the hat storage. But also in my video last year, it's also in that as well. So let's see if it's dried up. That feels pretty dry now. So I want to find the spot where I'm going to put these. And a lot of times you go use a level and make sure things are level, but because the level doesn't really matter on this, I'm going to go by looks, because looks matter, right, as well. So I'm going to start with 1 first. And see, I want it high enough just so it doesn't really get kicked a lot. So maybe we'll go like that. And then kind of centered. So the first one I'm going to put right there. And I'm going to take this what's covering the stickiness off. This little plastic strip. And because of all the downward pressure, I'm going to go with it the long way, but you could do it this way as well. It's totally up to you. I am going to just put it right through the hole. Okay. I'm going to take that cap back off. Then it can go right through the hole, right? Don't want to lose that either. All right, so now right through the hole and line it up where I want it. All right, I think I like that spot, so I'm going to push it down. Now I can remove this and make sure that I get it on nice and good. Command strips, it always says to push for 30 seconds. Okay, now time to put the second one on. Again, take the cap off, right? I didn't do that the first time. Then take the back off to reveal the stickiness. I'm going to put it right in the hole. Put this one in this hole first. And I'm going to make sure it's touching the top of the hole so that it's nice and even. And then I'm going to make sure that looks nice and straight. All right, I think that looks good. So now I'm going to push it on there. Take that off, rub it in. I have found this kind of hooks to be very useful. I also, not with just the screws, but I can show you, I also have some hanging around that they actually come with a hook on them. We put a lot of those in the bathroom where you can hang up towels and stuff, or anything that really needs to be dried. Well, it's very useful to have hooks for drying things, especially when you're traveling around. You're usually going to places that have water, or you might get sweaty from exercising, going out and biking or hiking. So probably shower more often, or clean off at least. All right. I would say that that's on pretty good. So now I'm going to hook this right up here and screw these little nuts on here. And just like that, you got a nice little storage. It looks like it has a place that you could put something big on the sides. And also you can tuck books or whatever down in here. The flap pushes down, so it helps it hold its shape. And then when you're not using it, you can pull that up, tuck these in, and then put this little Velcro on it. And there we go. Sits like that. So another great little storage solution to have in small spaces. If you find my videos useful or entertaining, please click like and subscribe. Thank you.